Welcome again to Cosname Technologies. In this Photoshop series, this is part 2 of this series. So in today's video, we are going to learn how to make precise selection using Marquee tool for cropping, framing, and layout designs. So first thing that we said is to create a new project. For this project, I'm going to call it Marquee Tool, like that. It is supposed to be M, like that. I'm going to leave this as default, and then I will create a project. We have different tools in the Marquee tool. Here is how you can access the Marquee tool. You can see that we have rectangle Marquee tool, optical Marquee tool, we have single row, and we have single column Marquee tools. We can dive deep into this Marquee tool. I'm going to export an image here. Sorry, it is supposed to be here. I'm going to export this image. I will make it fit our working area like that by pressing Shift, obviously, so that you don't interfere with the pixels of this image. And just like that, it is looking good. So let us begin by this rectangular Marquee tool. As you can see, you can just draw on it. To deselect, you can come to select and deselect like that, or you can just click on Control or Command D to deselect. We have it like that. That is the rectangular tool, Marquee tool. We can use it, you can deselect it. We have the optical tool. As you can see that it is a circular optical tool. To deselect it like that. And then we have the single row, as you can see, and to deselect, Control D, Command D. And we have the single column, as you can see here. Yes, we have this single line Marquee tool. Deselect it. So let us dig deeper into each tool. Let us start off with the rectangular tool. As you can see here, we are drawing a rectangular tool or a square. If you want to preview it, remember you can just click on Q on your keyboard to preview it. Control alternative, and you can use your mouse to see how sharp is your selection. Like for example, you can see here we have missed some pixels. Press Q to move out of the preview mode. Remember that to access it, you just press on M on your keyboard, or you can just click on it here. To make, you can deselect it like that. To make it a perfect square or a circle, because we have selected rectangular, to make it as a perfect square, you can click on Shift. It will create a perfect square, as you can see. like that. Or when using the optical marquee tool, you can just click on shift to make a perfect circle like that. Also, by pressing on alternative alt, you can move from the center like that. Also, you can combine shift and alt to make a perfect square while coming from the center. Also, you can use the arrow keys to move your selection up and down, pixel by pixel, like that. Having said that, let us deselect it, save the project, and save where you want it to be, like that. Or you can come to file and save. Here you can save also as you want. So let us use this tool to isolate this flower. Like, for example, you can select your layer like that, and you can see make a layer via copy, and you will see a new layer will be created. You can preview it, as you can see, like that. Also, you can use the circular tool. Deselect and deselect, and you can use the circular tools like that. On this upper section here, you can see these layers. Like, for example, if you select a circular like that, you can add a selection by clicking on this selection here, and you will see that your selection will be added. You can add again like that. You can create selection using this add section button here. Like, you want to create a perfect, you want to select this flower like that. For this is to subtract. Like, for example, you can be able to see inside here we have that selected area, but we don't want it, so you can just click on it and your selection will be deleted. You can delete a section like here, like that, just like that. For this one here, it is intersection. It will select where your intersection, like for example, it will select what is inside our first and second, as you can see here, that part. But when now you select outside this one rectangle, you will receive an error. It is supposed to bring an error since there is no intersection there, as you can see here. That is these features here. For this feature here, it is how sharp your edges are. Like, for example, if you select a selection now here and just clicking on Q on your keyboard, you can see that it is very sharp. It is very sharp. You can see that our pixels here are very sharp. Press Q to move out. But when you increase this number, like for example, we can choose 40 like that, and now we select an area like that, press Q, you will see that the sharpness of that selection have been increased. Press Q to move out of the selection. For this anti-alias, you will notice how sharp your selection will be. For example, if we select an area here, press Q, let us reduce this number to 0, deselect your area, and pressing Q, you can see that our area is very sharp like that. But when you press on anti-alias, deselect, Q to move out, Control D to exit our selection. Now sorry, when you use now it, you can see that our edges now are very sharp, like there is no distortion. You can use this fixed ratio for your selection, like for example, Q to this to move out of this selection. Sorry about that. If you click fixed ratio here, you can see that width and height are the same, so you can see it will create a perfect circle. You can deselect it, but when you increase the ratio here, you can see that our ratio you cannot create a perfect circle here. We'll create oval shape. See here, if you increase height to 10, now you will be able to create a perfect circle like that. For these fixed sizes, you can also increase it like that. You will be able to create the small, you can see a small, let us increase this number to something bigger, pixels, enter. You can see it is fixed circle. If you want to create a perfect circle, you can just make these numbers the same like that. You can see a perfect circle have been created. To deselect, perfect circle, perfect circle. That is how you can use this Marquee tool. On the next tutorial, we are going to look at the laser tool. This one here, laser tool, polygon laser tools, and magnetic laser tools. So thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.